As you make yourself comfortable and begin to relax, you might notice how the air around you has a certain quality, perhaps a quiet weight or a gentle softness, a kind of background feeling that just seems to support you without demanding your attention. And it's interesting, isn't it? How even on unpredictable days, there's always ways to find a space inside where you can rest, even if only for a few moments. And as you settle into the surface beneath you, perhaps you can let your eyes soften or maybe close, knowing you're creating a safe space just for you. And by simply deciding to be in this moment fully, you begin a small act of self-care, one that's for you alone. And that's all that's needed to begin to relax deeply. And I wonder if you've ever watched the clouds on one of those days that never seems to be able to make up its mind what it wants to be. How they shift so subtly. Sometimes the sky is brilliant and clear, and sometimes it's heavy and changing, and each cloud held gently above the earth by the air itself. And as you continue to breathe deeply, you can allow yourself to drift in your own inner sky, noticing how each breath is like that gentle air, supporting and holding steady, no matter how the clouds may move. And there's some part of you that knows how to relax into being supported, just by noticing that sense of gentle holding from within. The sky doesn't resist the mood of the clouds. It just allows them to move, to change, to gradually lighten or thicken, always returning to its natural blue in time. And imagine now that beneath your clouds there's a quiet meadow you can visit in your mind. Each blade of grass moves gently with the wind. Sometimes the breeze is calm, sometimes it surges in new directions. In this place, the weather shifts, but the earth beneath remains constant, a foundation untouched by the passing clouds. And you can come to realize that your true self is like that steady ground, solid and quietly present, no matter what might move above. And you might recall a day when the weather changed. Perhaps it began with sunlight, shifted to rain, and then cleared again. And notice how the day continued regardless. Activities adjusted, plans modified, but life itself remained. And sometimes people believe they must predict every change or hold back the rain. But what if there's a wisdom in allowing moods to move through naturally? And some people have found that rather than fighting each cloud, accepting the natural flow of your emotional weather let energy go into gentle care, small adjustments, or meaningful rest. And even when storms feel sudden, you might notice small constants, a sound, a breath, a quiet thought. They let you ground yourself in what remains steady. And just as the meadow adapts to the weather, so too can you cultivate gentle routines and supports that flex and shift, yet still offer solidity beneath the sky of your experience. And it might be interesting to explore for a moment how every passing mood, like every passing cloud, is allowed by the wider sky. And the value isn't in forcing the sky to stay clear, but in discovering how to return your attention to the steady ground beneath. And in every shift, there's some part that learns that when the breezes arise, trees flex, not breaks. And you may notice that your ability to navigate changing moods grows each time you honor your own personal inner rhythm, choosing the small responses that feel fitting, resting, reaching out, adjusting your plans without blame or pressure. And other people have discovered that asking for support doesn't mean weakness. Just as the meadow draws nourishment from gentle rain, you drawing nourishment and support from others allows you to grow and thrive. And even now, perhaps you're beginning to sense how you can recognize the early signs of a shift in your mood, not with dread, but with curiosity. What is needed in this moment? What routine brings comfort? What connection soothes? What inner resource is ready to meet this new weather pattern? And as you listen kindly to yourself, that inner foundation strengthens. No storm lasts forever, and even the deepest clouds part, revealing the resilience of that patient earth below. And as you return to your mind's meadow, you can find a growing trust, a trust that the sky is never broken, only sometimes hidden. And now as you notice the rhythm of your breathing, you may feel the air around you once more, the way your body touches the surface beneath you, and the nearby sounds. They're all signals that you're returning to the present moment with a little more steadiness. Take your time as you shift your awareness back to the space around you, knowing you can bring this sense of quiet grounding forwards into your life. And perhaps you can stretch gently and open your eyes, carrying this sense of gentle resilience with you as your day unfolds. And whenever you're ready, just allow your attention to come back to this moment, feeling balanced, supported, and quietly energized, as if you've breathed fresh air on a clear, calm morning. And over the coming days, you may notice moments when you naturally pause and ground yourself, whether a breath, a phrase, or a gentle movement, small cues that remind you of the steady ground beneath your mood. Let these calm pauses arrive in everyday moments, helping you shape your responses in just the right ways, just for you. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. It brought a new practice and perhaps a small seed of trust in your own steadiness. And until next time, goodbye and good mental health.